Hey, welcome back to the Junius Maltby channel. Happy New Year. Hope you all had a pleasurable holidays and enjoyed the time off. And hopefully you stayed away from the news. That's always a good thing. Take a break, disconnect, kind of ignore it. But then here we are, getting back into it. Need to discuss some things. Got to talk about what's going on and see where everything's at after the last couple of weeks of chaos. Well, gold's up today, silver's up today, dollar taking a dip, a lot of blame being placed on some Federal Reserve predictions. Again, they're talking about Fed meetings and what's coming, what's going to happen. But some instability in Turkey. We saw some terrorist attacks take place, some shootings, some bombings, and just overall chaos. And prior to all that news even breaking, if you remember, we talked about Turkey and Erdogan urging the citizens to purchase gold and convert their dollars to gold and Turkish currency. And also we are seeing now an increase in demand for physical gold in Turkey. Could be a result, a lot of people are saying, due to the chaos and the instability, what's going on there. But a lot of it could have to do with the president's urging of the people to purchase gold and get out of dollars. Now, if you look at gold last year, at this time, this very day, I looked it up, I believe it was $1,086. So $1,086 today, a year ago. Today we're sitting at about $1,164.30 last I checked. I brought up a particular piece of recent gold history as far as, the last decade or so and what's been going on after the financial crisis, 2008. And if you've been part of this channel in the short 3 years that it's been around, you might remember a few times where I've brought up that big purchase that India made. I bring it up quite a bit because I think it's really important, and I think it should get a little bit more emphasis. It was one of the big purchases of gold by central banks back in the 2009, and there were several. There was other banks that purchased gold at that time, but this 200 tons of gold purchased by India from the IMF, the International Monetary Fund. And I don't know the exact amount, but I believe it was purchased somewhere around $1,050 to $1,060 an ounce. It might have been as low as $1,040 an ounce. It was right in that range. End of October or beginning of November in there. The news broke a lot of the headlines November 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Now, the reason I think this story is important, and I think there should be some emphasis on this time in gold's recent history during the last decade, is because I think the central banks that were really purchasing gold during that window of time helped cement a base, create almost like a foundation price for gold, where it would sit at, and kind of a low, almost a minimal price. We saw gold go from $256, I believe, in 1999, and steadily rise all the way through that mid-2000 range, and then really take off during that financial crisis. I guess my point is with this whole India buy back then in 2009. You look at prices today, and we're sitting at around $1,164. We're up about $100 above that purchase, and I use that purchase and a lot of those purchases around that point in time as a benchmark for what I consider to be the low for gold. That's why I'm fairly confident we're not going to see those ridiculous predictions you see a lot of people on here making of $700, $600, $700, $800 gold. It's just not likely, in my opinion. It's not reality. And one of the main reasons for that is because of so much gold that's been physically hoarded away and sat on by central banks at prices far above these prices you see predicted by these irrational people who have just this insane fear of gold and fear of gold performing well at all. I believe that fear comes from the fact that obviously if gold's doing really well, all the paper garbage they're invested in might not be doing so hot at that time. We're seeing some news about predictions for a major bond bubble popping, collapsing, crisis, but not so sure if I care, and I'm pretty sure many of you out there, if you're part of this channel, are not too heavily invested in bonds or the bond market, so that news is irrelevant to us. The Germany gold thing, we've touched on this quite a bit. If you look up in the search box on YouTube, Germany gold Junius Maltby, you'll see several videos where we've discussed the German gold situation. Just an update on that. Looks like they are requesting or shipping or getting, taking possession of, however you want to word it, their gold faster than normal. They've accelerated the rate at which they are taking delivery of their gold. While we've been seeing investors flee gold, and that's just investors, your little guys on the street, your guys over there in Wall Street, the little clowns, the bird people. We're seeing the banks, the central banks, the big guys, back buying, trying to acquire some of the physical yellow metal. One interesting piece of news that I did find today, and I'm sure more of it will develop over time, pertains to some of the WikiLeaks articles that we saw hit the interwebs. I found this story on GATA's website today regarding price suppression and the gold price manipulation, and this dates back to the 1970s, and looks like a WikiLeaks article that just shedding a little bit more light on facts that we've all come to realize and already know. However, we continue to be considered conspiracy theorists and nut jobs, gold hawks, for believing a manipulation in gold price, which the motive is there. Definitely there's motivation for certain entities to manipulate the gold price and make certain currencies look stronger. They do have the power, they do have the strings, and they do have the ability to do that. And it's our understanding and belief that it is done routinely. Don't know how much longer they're going to be able to keep it up. It just doesn't seem like one of those games that they can continue, especially with the more and more truth that comes out there as we reject their fake news with real news and real facts that are discovered quite often. Well, as we head into 2017, here we are on the 4th day, coming to a close already. It looks like it's going to be a pretty good year. I think it's definitely going to be a really good year for gold and silver. I think both of them are going to finish the year higher than they started, just like they did last year. So we'll see how that ends up. But so far, gold's up, 80 bucks, 80 bucks over what it was last year this time. Quick update on the coin. We are mere dollars away now. I believe we're $150 to $200 from the final, at which point all of the money will be in a specific PayPal account that I have set up for this, and I will be sending that money directly to Quality Silver Bullion, and we will have those dies made. Again, I'm in constant contact with them. They are excited about it. The project is up, it's running, it's almost done, and at that point we will see pre-orders up on QSB's website, and that will be definitely an exciting time for all of us, and I look forward to seeing these coins show up in stacks worldwide. So thanks for tuning in to the Junius Maltby channel. Thanks for being here, part of the project, and all of your contributions and support. As always, thank you.